Is interacting with others and not being affected by them easy? No, it's not. Hello, and today's insight is mainly going to be about that. It's how, I'm going to read the title because I wrote it down. It's the trauma of experiencing others' the trauma of experiencing other people's negative energies, and the trick to avoid getting affected by it. Today, I took part in this weekly Toastmasters reunion, okay? And before Toastmasters, I went to buy myself dinner, and I went to Tim Hortons. And at Tim Hortons, the lady that served me, okay, her entire demeanor, her entire attitude, her entire everything was screaming, I do not want to be here. I hate my life. Kill me now. That's all her aura was saying. Alright? So, as the trauma suggests, okay, how to interact with others and avoid getting affected by their negative energy. So it is a thing. It can be done. It's quite difficult to do at the very beginning because it takes getting used to, and it takes you taking on a whole new set of capabilities. Now, the first thing to do to not get affected by this is to know that this is her reality. I'm saying her because this was the individual I was interacting with, but their reality, that's the reality that they choose to experience. And remember that in this life, God has created us all, and God has given us all the freedom of choice. And if she chose this reality for herself, she chose this willingly. Maybe not consciously, but continuously by making the same choice over and over and over again. Which means that she likes this feeling. Maybe not consciously, but subconsciously she definitely likes it. And the reason for that is that your subconscious mind doesn't like change. It likes what it's used to, and because it likes what it's used to, anything that you might do that might take it out of what it already knows is going to make it feel uncomfortable. And uncomfort is something that the subconscious mind hates. It hates. Y'all repeat it. It hates discomfort. But discomfort is exactly what you need to feel in order to get to the other side, where you actually will get what you want. So, as much as it is important to understand and overstand or whatever, to get into the concept of it, that change is necessary for you to become a better person than you were yesterday. You also have to understand that it is excessively difficult to make your mind, your subconscious mind even more, change. So you're going to have to consciously choose to change for a long period of time, which in and of itself is a trauma. Don't get me wrong. Okay? It's kind of counterintuitive. How can you correct a trauma by creating another trauma? Well, for the subconscious mind, or for what you're used to, should I say, the thing that you're used to is your comfort zone. And for you to get out of your comfort zone, you need to break the pattern of your comfort zone. And that breaking of that pattern is a trauma. to the subconscious mind, which your conscious mind knows that you need to break it so that you can bring in a new habit, a new ability, a new something. But you have to break the old to allow the new in. You can't expect new things to come in while the old things are still there. You need to get rid of the old, right, to allow the new. Okay, which will then turn into the old, which will shoo away, and to allow the new. So it's this constant idea of the in and out, the in and out. The new turns to old, and the old and you take out the old, and you allow the new in, which also allows it to turn into something old, which you also, throw it out, and you allow the new in, and it's a whole thing. I'm not sure if I did mention what the trick was. I'm not getting affected by it, by not getting affected by other people's negative energy. But the trick is to remember that is, I think I did, that is their choice of what reality they are subscribing to. And so you, as much as you might try to assist them, you have no power over what they subscribe to. You don't. You might, all you can do is become the best version of yourself, live your best life, and have them be jealous of you. Not jealous, but have them want your life, so that they come and ask you how you did it, so that you can then tell them how you did it, and so they can learn. But you have no power over if they are going to learn from what you suggest. Because I don't know what people think about me, and I'm pretty sure some of them are quite annoyed with me because they're like, what does she have going on that makes her so much better than us? I don't freaking know. Well, actually, I do know. It's the fact that I choose what reality I subscribe to. And the minute I feel like someone actually doesn't want what's best for me, I'm out. Well, that's not exactly true. The minute I find that something is no longer useful to me or beneficial for me, how should I put this? The minute I find out that something is no longer serving me, or I am not serving someone anymore, that there is no enjoyment in it for me anymore, that I feel like I was put down in a way, and not in a good way, in a way that I'm just like, who are you? And like I'm not being taken for my worth, or I'm not being, like, if I feel like me being in this group is actually taxing my mental health, my mental state, if I feel that way, alright, I'm out. It's actually what I did with one group of friends of mine, or like, yeah, this ain't working. No, this ain't working. And I literally said, I feel like a cash cow. Like, they only keep me around because they're taking my money. That's what I said. And I don't know if they got it, but I said it. I know this shit. Because if they actually wanted me there, they would have made me feel better. Well, not fully, but there would have been more of an interaction. I did not feel that from them. The only reason why the event went well was because I was I wanted to make it a success. I made it a success for myself because I wanted to have fun. But there was way too many downfalls for it to actually be good. Like for me to actually stay in that friend group as a constant. No. You know. That's just me. So I drew my line in the sand. I did. I drew my boundary, and they're respecting my boundary, and I'm respecting theirs, and we're good. I'll let them be. They let me be. We are okay. So yes, it is a whole thing, and that's the beauty of it. It's when the once you get used to this cycle of repeating this cycle, the more you repeat this cycle, the easier it will become. And the as easy as the easier it becomes, the more you become addicted to it, and the more you become addicted to it, the more you will want to do it. And the more you want to do it, the better you'll get, and the better you'll get, the better you improve, the better you improve, the quicker the cycle will become, and the more that will just happen, and everything will just coincide, and everything will just become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that is what you want. That is what you're looking for. So, what the ultimate thing is that I want you guys to think about is, what process are you clinging to that you actually need to like sweep out of your life to allow the new in, so that you can move into the right direction in your life. Ponder that.